Hey guys, DJ Malloy here, and it's time to introduce a new segment I'm going to be producing, hopefully, on a weekly basis, called Awesome Science. Now, I'm really interested in science, so once a week or so, I'll come on here and, hopefully, talk about a science-related topic, or a science news article or something that it interests me and will hopefully interest you. Now, you're all internet users, you spend your time on YouTube, and you're probably the same as me, you like science, and this is created for you. So, biology and chemistry students, unite! It's time to start Awesome Science. Alright, so today's topic is theoretical physics. Now, that's kind of the genre we're focusing on today. And in a recent article published on the Fox News website titled "Freaky Physics Prove That Parallel Universes Exist." Now, basically the concept of what this is, it kind of relates to a sort of Back to the Future thing. It can maybe mean that traveling to certain universes is possible. Now, how can they prove that a parallel universe can possibly exist? Now, what the article claims that these scientists in California do at UC Santa Barbra, what they did to prove that parallel universes exist are they took a tiny piece of metal, about the width of a human hair, but it is still visible to the human eye. What they did is they put this piece of metal in a refrigerator, cooling it, dimmed the lights, and under a special bell jar, sucked out all the air inside this jar, so it's basically in a vacuum, which means vibrations would be limited. The scientists plucked this little piece of metal, this hair-like piece of metal, and they noted that it vibrated and stayed the same at the exact same time, concurrently. Now, you may say, well, how is this possible at all? If something can vibrate and also not vibrate. The article says in order to understand this, you'll need to think very, very small. Smaller than atoms. Particles called electrons, which circle the atoms. Electrons force things to have specific locations. Now, the multiverse theory these scientists are working off of states that what you're observing freezes during observation, and we only see one reality. Like, let's say, for instance, you see a soccer ball flying through the air. And according to the multiverse theory, in another parallel universe, you're also seeing a soccer ball flying through the air, but maybe this time it hits you in the face. Now keep in mind, this is all theoretical physics, so none of this is even proven to be true. It's all a freaky thing about quantum physics. You see one thing, but another thing is happening, and it's all about these two universes being in each other, next to each other, whatever, but we can only perceive one of them. This relates to Back to the Future because, according to the article, we don't have time travel capability, but now maybe because of this test that this piece of metal was strummed and it vibrated and did not vibrate at the same time, it proves that maybe we can invent a machine that could bring us into a parallel universe. So to sum this all up, does strumming a small hair-like piece of metal mean that we can travel to the future? Not necessarily. This is all theoretical physics, but it's cool to think about. So, today's question of the day is, if you could travel into the future, where would you go? What would you do? This is just kind of a fun question. Now, you can't go into the past because Einstein's theory of relativity doesn't allow for that movement into the past. But what do you guys think? What would you do? I will put the link to the actual article in the underbar here. Go ahead, check that out, read the whole thing for yourself. It's really confusing if you don't quite understand all this kind of stuff, which, to be honest, I don't fully either. Alright guys, thanks for watching the first installment of Awesome Science. I'm DJ Malloy, and I will be seeing you next week for the same program. Also check out and subscribe to my channel for more vlogs, updates, news. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.